Good morning once again, everyone. Class 8th. So, in the last class, we were discussing about difference between SI and CI. We were comparing with an example of rupees 100 and 10% interest rate. We saw in 3 years how the change came. You can see again, we saw in 3 years SI was 30 rupees, but CI was 33.1 rupees. The difference was due to only one reason. In the case of compound interest, principal keeps on changing because the interest that we get is added in the principal in the case of compound interest. And I've told you in banks they use compound interest only. Okay, so let's see. Today's 20th 8/20 classwork number 32. Now see, so we have seen formula of what? SI is equal to P into R into T upon 100. No, as such, Harshul, people will not be at loss. Okay, you are saying bank people will be at loss. No, beta. Actually, when you take out the money from your bank, your principal is reducing. So you cannot have simple interest in the banks. Okay, it is not possible to have simple interest. Very simple reason is you have deposited 1000 rupees today. Tomorrow you have some work, you took out 100 rupees. That means the new principal is 900 now. So they have to keep on changing the principal. This is the reason. Okay, what is compound interest said in Hindi? But that I have to check. I have not studied mathematics in Hindi, so no such idea. I have to check. Okay, class. I'm telling you, in a bank, if you are depositing money and taking out the money out, they cannot give you interest on the previous submitted money. They have to change it to rupees 900 now. That is why there you have a column of credit, debit, and balance. That balance is your principal. That balance is your principal for them. They calculate your interest on that balance only, and it is done on daily basis. Okay, now see, in SI we have seen you have to observe your surroundings, you have to observe the passbook of your parents, then only you will understand it in better way. What happened? Not getting rubbed. Some issue is coming in this. 1 second. Okay. Now 8.3 question 1 B part. Okay, 8.3 you have tried. Good beta. First I'm explaining the concept, then we'll go there. So we have seen formula of SI is this one, and amount is given by principal plus SI. Similarly, in the case of compound interest, we have formula of amount. Amount is given by, yes class, principal into 1 plus R upon 100 power n, where P, A is your amount, P is your principal, R is your rate of interest, and n is the time period for which the compound interest is being calculated. Yes, Dev, I will discuss that also. In the case of compound interest, rate and time period both changes in some particular situations. We will discuss that, don't worry. Compound interest. I am trying my level best to have your concepts clear about this thing. But here, this n is not as same as t. Class, n we call it time period. I will let you know how it is different from normal time period. It is little bit different. Okay, I will let you know, don't worry. Just write the formula right now, and you can say compound interest is given by amount minus principal. These are the two formulas that we use. Okay, till this point everything is fine. Now we'll move to the next topic, that is changing rate. Suppose, no, don't write time here as n. Here it is t only. Only in the case of compound interest we write as n. I will let you know why it is n. Okay, don't worry. See, suppose you gave me 1000 rupees. You gave me 1000 rupees at an interest rate of 10% for 1 year. Now tell me, after 1 year, how much money will I give you back? Please tell me, after 1 year, how much money will I give back? Very easy. You will find 10% of this thing, 10 upon 100 into this 1000 will give you 100. This is the interest that I have to pay. So the amount given by me to you will be 1000 plus 100, that is 1100 after 1 year. But suppose next month, suppose you gave me for 1 year, but next year only I got the money from somewhere and I want to repay you. Suppose I want to repay in 1 month. You gave me for 1 year at 10% interest. I want to repay in 1 month. Now tell me, how much money will I give? Please tell me, if I am returning you the money in 1 month, how much money or how much interest will I have to pay? Will I have to pay same interest, 100 rupees, or will I have to pay less? If I am giving the money back in 1 month, instead of complete, oh my God, Vardhan, you want the same money from me in 1 month also. It is wrong, beta. It is wrong. I have to give less money, obviously, because I am returning the money in 1 month. That means if you decrease the time period, the rate of interest also decreases. Krishna is saying 108.33. I guess, Krishna, it is not correct. Let us check. Very good. See, the rate of interest that you charging on me, the rate of interest is for 1 year, the rate of interest charged by you is how much? 10%. We will use unitary method. Class, tell me, for 1 year you are charging 10% from me. So for 1 month, how much you will charge? Please answer. If for 1 year you are charging 10%, for 1 month, how much you will charge? Please answer. Class, please answer. We will divide by 12. Very good, Ananya. We can write this 1 year as 12 months. So we can say for 12 months, the rate of interest is 10%. Therefore, for 1 month, simple unitary method, we can take this 12 downwards. It becomes 10 upon 12%. That is 5 upon 6%. 2 5s are 10, 2 6 are 12. So if I give you back the money in 1 month, I have to pay only 5 upon 6%. That is, now find how much money I have to give. So interest given by me will be given by rate of interest upon 100 into the money. Money is 1000 rupees. Kindly find the answer. How much interest will I have to pay? 5 upon 6 upon 100 into 1000, 0 0 cancel. We have got 50 upon 6. That is, if you solve, you will get around 6 8s are 48.33 something. So I will have to pay this much amount. Okay, it is 8 point something. Okay, Krishna, good beta. So we have got the interest rate 8 point something. That means I have to pay you 1008.3333 something like that. Okay, 8.33, not 0.833. Beta, Rachit, check it. It is not 0.83. It is 8.3. Okay. So with time is being less, I have to pay less interest. You have to understand this thing. Sir, can we take 12% of 100? Can we take 12% of 100? You can take, but in this question it was not required, beta. Okay. Now see, why I am doing all these things? To make your concepts clear what we are going to do. Now see, solving question for me, example number 13. Find CI when a sum of rupees 10,000 is invested for 1 year. For 1 year and 3 months. The rate of interest is, first you take it for easy one, na? Don't take 3 months first. First you find for only for 1 year. Rate of interest is 1/2% compounded annually. Class, find this answer. You have given rupees 10,000 for 1 year at this rate. Okay, Dev. 5/6, you are asking this thing, na? 5/6, it was actually upon 100 into 1000. What I've done is I've cut these two zeros. I got 5/6 into 10. It became 50/6. 6 8s are 48. 2 remainder. 6 3s are 18. 6 3s are 18 and so on. So answer is 8.33. Okay. Yes, class. Please answer this question which I have asked you. So you have given 10,000 rupees for 1 year. Krishna is saying, sir, we will take 3 parts of 5 months. No, beta, not required. I have taken 1 year only, na beta, and this is compounded annually. So simply you will put the formula amount is equal to principal into 1 plus r upon 100 power n. So you put the formula A is equal to principal is 10,000, 1 plus r is how much? R is 16 plus 1, 17 upon 2. So 17 upon 2 upon 100 power 1. So please do page 131. Try these question 2. Okay, but I will do now. First to try this question. I will do that also. Now see, just solve it. It becomes 10,000 into 100 LCM, 100 plus. Okay, do one thing. One second. What happened to this eraser today? Some issue in this. Okay. What we can do is we can write this 17/2 as 17/200. So A becomes 10,000. 1 plus 2 will come in denominator. It becomes 200. Yes, you can write like this. And now you can solve. It becomes 200 plus 17 is 217 upon 200. And these 0 will cancel each other. We will get 2 50s are 100. And when you multiply this, you will get the answer. 5 7 is 35. 8 10. This is the answer. 10,850. This is the amount that we will get after 1 year, and the compound interest is given by 10,850 minus 10,000, which is rupees 850. So most of you were correct in finding the answer. Sir, how 17 came? Okay, this 17 came from here, beta. Rate of interest is 8 1 by 2. If you solve it, it becomes 2 8 is 16 plus 1 17 upon 2. From here we have got 17. They got it now? Sir, how 17 by 200? Beta, we had 17 by 2. Let's see. I have told you last class also, if you have fraction like these, a upon b whole upon c upon d, what will happen? Try to remember, in the 7th class we have done this thing. If we have a upon b divided by c upon d, we write like this. We make it multiplication and we take a reciprocal of this, d upon c. Very good, just. Or you can think like this d will go to the top and this c will go to the bottom. That is why in my question I have 17 upon 2 upon 100. I can take 1 from my side. This 1 will go to the top and 100 will go to the 2. This way I have got that 17 upon 200. Krishna, now it is clear to you? Sir, but you have not showed what to do with time. Don't worry, beta, I will show. Don't worry. Now, if you try to understand, here there was a term compounded annually. Compounded annually. What does this mean, beta? Can you tell me? If someone is compounding the interest annually, what does it mean? Please tell me. If someone is compounding the interest annually, it means they are finding the interest on yearly basis. Every year they will find the interest and update your principal. This means interest is found yearly and principal is changed yearly. Here the n, which is time period, is equal to number of years, whatever is given to you. In this case of compounding annually, very simple. If you have 2 years, n is 2. If you have 3 years, n is 3. Very simple. So for 2 years, n equal to 2. For 3 years, n is equal to 3, and so on. Suppose my bank is different bank. I compound interest half yearly. Compounded half yearly. Now class, tell me, what does this mean? What does this mean if I'm compounding half yearly? I am compounding interest every 6 months. Now things are changed. I'm not finding the interest every year. I'm finding the interest every 6 months. So can you tell me, in a year, how many times I have founded the interest? In a year, how many times I have found the interest? 2 times. Very good. So here the n will be changed. So here time period will be given like this. For 1 year, n is equal to how much, class? For 1 year, time period will be 2 half years. For 2 years, time period will be, please answer. For 2 years, time period will be, please answer. For 2 years, time period will be 4 half years. Very good. Don't worry, you will be understanding this after some time. It is not difficult. Now, here we are finding interest every 6 months and principal is changed every 6 months. Do you know? No, beta, Ananya, don't worry. I will explain that thing. Don't worry. Sir, why 4.5 years? It can be 4 years. No, beta. I am telling now. We are finding interest half yearly basis. That is, every 6 months, the bank is finding the interest. Can you tell me, in present date, the banks are compounding interest how? Beta, can you tell me, in today's scenario, how the banks are funding the compound interest? Annually, yearly, half yearly, quarterly, how? Class, can you tell me? The banks are finding interest quarterly, half yearly, or yearly? No, beta Yuvraj. If you check your father's passbook, you will find after every 3 months, you will find if you check your father's passbook that after every 3 months, there is some interest in the account. That means your father is being given interest every 3 months. That is known as compounded quarterly. Compounded quarterly. Now, what does that mean? First, tell me, in a year, how many quarters are there? Class, please answer. In a year, how many quarters are there? We have 12 months. How many quarters are there? Yes, class. There are 4 quarters of 3 months each. Try to understand. We know it is a circle. This is semicircle. So if you are having 12 months, this is 6 months. This is 6 months. But if you are having quarter circle like this, if you have a quarter circle and you have 12 months, then in one quarter you will have 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, and 3 months. So you can say in 1 year there are 4 quarter years. Class, in 1 year there are 4 quarter years. So now tell me the time period for 1 year. N is equal to how much? Class, for 1 year n equal to how much? 4. Very good. For 2 years n equal to how much? For 2 years n equal to how much? 8. So you have to understand that this time period is changing. You have to understand this thing, whether it is compounded half yearly, compounded quarterly, like that. Class, now I guess we are ready. One more thing, we have seen when time period is changing, rate is also changing, beta. We have seen above, when time period is changing, rate also changes. So if time period is, suppose, sir, please do 131, question number 2. Okay, let us do this question first. Question number 2. Let's start the question number 2. 131, na? Yes. Okay. I guess Mayank is there. Mayank Chandela in waiting room. Okay. Find CI paid when sum is rupees 10,000. Now the principal is rupees 10,000. Invested for a time period of 1 year, 3 months. Time period 1 year, 3 months. Beta Joel, I'm not getting what you are trying to say. Page 131 I'm doing only, beta. What are you saying? 131 I'm trying, beta. It is an example number 13. Which question you are saying? Are you asking for example or green box? Okay. Okay, green box you are saying. 1 second. Class, try this question. I'm giving 1 second. See, this question number 2 on page number 131. in the green box. At the end of 1 year on rupees 1800, so principal is rupees 1800, rate of interest is 8% per annum, compounded quarterly. Compounded quarterly. So class, first tell me what is value of n. First tell me, we want to find interest after 1 year. Tell me what is n. The time period here is n equal to 4. Why? Because in 1 year we have how many quarter years? 4 quarter years. In 1 year we have 4 quarter years, that is why n became 4. Now tell me what will happen to this rate of interest. Will it remain the same or we will change it? Class, if we have taken time period of 3 months, shall we change this also? Yes, we have to change the rate also. It will be divided by 4. So new rate of interest will be 8 upon 4, that is 2%. Now you will find compound interest easily. Compound interest equal to, sorry, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 power n. Put the values. P is 1800, 1 plus R is your 2 upon 100 whole power 4. Okay, beta. So let me write this. It will become 102 upon 100 power 4. If you solve it, it is little lengthy to solve. You can cut this. 51 upon 50, it becomes 1800 into 51 upon 50, 51 upon 50 and 51 upon 50. 0, 0 cancel, and then you have to solve it. You'll get the answer in decimals. Okay, class, that's all for today. We'll try to explain more about this tomorrow.